Welcome back to the channel, you guys. You already know what to do. You know, there's a large number of these influencers being murdered left and right. Let alone followed by, which is pretty much in the same category with influencers, adult actors. They're also coming up dead too. Let's find out and see what happened to this social media influencer that was found shot to death in her car in Mount Vernon.
Other news this evening, police have identified the woman found brutally murdered on the Cross County Parkway. The nightlife influencer was found dead behind the wheel. She'd been shot multiple times on her way home from work. Now police are searching for whoever pulled the trigger, and they're trying to figure out why. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo is live in Inwood with more. Anthony?
Yeah, Sandra, there's quite a memorial outside of Opus Lounge here where Ariela Mah Palano worked for several years.
Damn, she almost looked like Cardi B right there. Look at that picture they have of her right there. Sheesh.
A woman just walked up and lit a candle, tells us that she worked alongside her, and she describes Ariela as always being happy. Well, it's the exact opposite now that the nightlife community is feeling. And even though police say this killing was likely targeted, well, those who worked alongside Ariela are now in fear until this killer is caught. There's no small way to say goodbye to someone who was larger than nightlife. Her name spelled out across a floral heart, a big portrait on West 202nd Street, right next to Opus Lounge, one of the spots she worked at.
I bet you it was some nerd that was obsessed with her, couldn't have her. So if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. Boom. So you heard what he said. It wasn't an accident. This shit was targeted. And we all know who did it.
Yeah. There's only one way people describe Ariela Mah Palano.
She's beautiful. She was beautiful, pretty.
Known as Ariela La Langosta on social media, it's that kind of admiration.
Okay, so she has 500,000 followers on Instagram. She's following 1,000. So just by those numbers right there, and she only has 316 posts. So what I'm assuming is she only followed people that she knew or who her followers followed. Because, you know, not everybody follows every single person that adds them on Instagram. Meaning you only follow people that you're close or heard of. Because a lot of people are on social media judging people based on how many followers they got. Ah, you only got 200 followers. I'm like, are you for real? It's kind of petty. It's childish too. Not everybody needs a large audience. Especially to a bunch of people they don't know. You could have 5,000 followers and you only know like 15 of them.
That attracted more than 500,000 followers. Her notoriety as an influencer,
Boy, she got a body on her. I mean, R.I.P., but damn. She wasn't missing those meals, that's for sure. I bet you the dude that did this shit was black.
Truly brought about shock with her death, especially in her community. Cardi B posting R.I.P. Dominican pretty.
That's what it really hurts, you know, Dominican. You know, very beautiful. Such a thing like this, you know, very, very sad.
It was Sunday morning at around 8 o'clock. Westchester County Police showed up to a grisly scene on the Cross County Parkway near the Broad Street Mount Vernon exit. Mah Palano was found dead behind the wheel of her G-Wagon, shot multiple times. She was headed home from work at Icon, New York in Inwood. The Lounge writing in part, "Our hearts are broken. Your joy, your humility, and the way you treated everyone with so much care always made you stand out."
Wow, that's crazy. That's too bad, you know? And see, the thing is, with these nightlife people, there's always those same repeat customers that come back because they're obsessed with the person, right? They feel like they have this special connection with her that they don't have with anybody else. And then the jealousy kicks in, and then the rage. They shot her multiple times. So whoever did this pretty much intended to kill her because she was shot so many times. So it's like whoever did this pretty much hated her guts. So it's like, damn. It's like, what did she do to you? Did she reject you? Because see, a lot of you guys crash out when women reject you. You guys need to listen to the old pimp. Choose the woman who likes you. You see this girl. She's made and built for nightlife, right? Because when you go out to these nightclubs, the best looking women in there more than likely work for that venue. So you're not going to get too far with that girl because she's employed there. And she's not going to ruin her reputation by messing with little old you. So instead of crashing out, why don't you deal with the girl next door that likes you? The girl in your class that likes you? The girl that you work with that works in another department that likes you? It's like there's so many different options. Like most guys obsess with women that they know that they can't have or they think they should have.
Police are investigating this as a targeted killing, not random. But investigators are trying to figure out who wanted the influencer dead and why. Mejia Polanco's family tells us the 33-year-old was a great daughter and mother who leaves behind 2 children, ages...
All right, so single mother. So I'm assuming, well, I hate to do that. We always want to assume that the father has something to do with it. But all it takes is a next ex. A lot of times, the next boyfriend or guy that she was quote unquote seeing is usually the one that snaps into jealous rage too. It's not just the baby daddy. So it's like, you know that women always come with a roster of guys that they were talking to. Not necessarily sleeping with, but they always have more than one guy on hand. Let's just put it that way. Because when they in one relationship, there's some thirsty ass simp right around the corner trying to get his turn.
13 and 14.
I have a child too, and it's very heartbreaking to see these things.
Yeah,
Kind
it
of
is.
frightening, though.
Yeah, it's very frightening. It is.
And again, that is what we've been hearing from many of the people we've spoken with. In fact, I have to stress that several of them were too afraid to go on camera because of the manner and the circumstances that in which Ariela was killed. There have been no arrests at this point as police again still search for the killer and also to identify a motive. Opus Lounge, where she worked for several years, releasing a statement saying in part that nightlife here in New York City has lost an angel.
Yeah, you know what? There was just a shooting in Brooklyn over the weekend, Sunday morning. And then now this happens. Another person involved in nightlife. So it's like nightlife has gone downhill. It's like everybody's just so angry. People are always finding ways to shoot people for stupid shit. A lot of times it's men and women involved over a love interest a lot of times. But I'll do a part 2 of this when they update it. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. A tainted love connection. But anyway, this is Kylie Vale. I'll catch you in the next video. Out.